Hello, my dear friends. A strange thing. We were in courtyard of the coffee snail's house when I opened my eyes. Well, you are definitely a sleep addict, said the darker snail. I smiled in response. My head was full of thoughts that I wanted to put in order by myself. I thanked snails, got into the flying machine and went home. The hot sun was shining. When I arrived, I went to the terrace and sat down on the sofa in the shade under a canopy. Enjoying the birdsong and the view of the ocean, I started observing my own thoughts. People really tend to suffer. They create their own problems out of nothing. Do they like it? To come up with the problem and to begin looking for an answer. They read books written by other people about how to get rid of any problems and be happy. They come for an advice to those who seem happy. But it does not help. And they continue to suffer because of the problem until they invent a new one. And this can go on for a long time. However, sometimes there are moments when they forget about their problems. When they hear or read an advice about similar circumstances, and without considering an advice for themselves, without adapting it to the conditions of their own life, unique and unlike anyone's life, they just blindly agree. But after a while everything is repeating again, a vicious cycle. Only by listening to your inner voice, to your heart, you can stop this cycle. And many even realize it, but they are afraid of changing anything in their lives. They are stopped by the fear of something new and unknown. Or maybe they are not even trying to do that. Soon I got bored, I casted all thoughts away and just started watching the clouds. Suddenly, a very pleasant and gentle singing voice, like the voice of a princess, came from the kitchen. I stuck amazed. And why are you still here? The voice asked me. A theater of audience is actually waiting for you. I didn't know what to say. A few moments later, I jumped off the couch and ran to the kitchen. But nobody was there. And there was a milk fruit cocktail on the table. The same voice came out of the room again. Drink a cocktail and get ready, hurry up. I ran into the room. But the closed door was the only thing I saw. I ran towards the door, opened it, but there was anybody. Interesting things going on. I thought coming back to the kitchen. The cocktail was indescribably delicious and refreshing. It gained my powers, and my sleepiness was gone. Well, if is audience waiting, I have to go right now. I quickly got out of the house, ran through the front yard, closed the gate and started the NK689. But when I was going to push the accelerator, I saw Death sitting on the front seat. Come on, push the pedal, said Death. I'll show you the way. Oh, why couldn't you control your matter location with the power of thinking? With you straight ahead. After quite a long number of moments, we were already in the city center. I saw a huge building. I haven't seen such a fancy and unusual decision even in dreams, but the buildings looked like some giant and the island in the ocean at the same time. This is a local theater. This pointed to a giant building. But it's not theater like those of your world. Well, you shall see. And what kind of an audience is waiting for me? Who are they? What should I tell them? And why me? When I asked that. You are a former human. Such informations are very expected in all corners of the universe. The countless worlds and waiting for you. Because you are different. Although any substance or essence is unique in its own way, but even your uniqueness is unique. Tell them the first thing which will come to your mind. Answer their questions without hesitation, without delving into the logic of the matter. I had nothing to say, and I didn't even know what else I can ask. We passed a huge area cluttered with a variety of machines, which could not only fly, but also ride on the ground like the average Earth cars. We parked not far from the entrance and come out of the machine. I was immediately approached by some funny creature resembling a violin. Hello, hurry! You are awaited for me than 1,000 students. Hurry! Very hastily said the creature and ran to the large entrance with no doors. I ran after him. We climbed up the long stairway, ran along a wide corridor and stopped at the door, which had a board with 3 vertical but not parallel lines, crossed by a wavy horizontal line in the middle. This way, and when it's over, come to my office, said the violin-like creature, and fled in a large round black door. I came in. The light was very dim with a green thing. Passing a wide corridor, the walls were decorated with the portraits of various organic and non-organic beings and images. I entered the large room, which was even darker. On either side I saw the light from the open front door. I ran and entered her. There was a large illuminated scene in front of me, and I stood behind the left curtain. On the stage closer to the edge stood the chair which apparently had been prepared for me. Sorry for my mistakes, my friend.